Racket Rivals has been out for almost a month and has a total of 9 spirits of today. In this video, I'll show you a guide of the best spirits of today for 9th rank all the way to 1st rank. Note that in this video, this is only my opinion, and yes, please don't discriminate me. If y'all have some concerns or questions, y'all can just ask in the comments. Without further ado, let's go to the 9th place spirit, which is Gojin. Gojin is a level 3 type star spirit that is mostly used by beginner thinking it's good, cause it has this skill called Void Run. From the name itself it looks pretty sick, but let's dive deeper in what this skill does.
Hi.
This skill has 2 attributes. First one being that it makes the player run 2 times faster than the normal speed of a player. The second one, it allows the player to be invisible, not letting the teammate nor the enemy to see you. But you're probably wondering, if this skill is so dope, then why put it in the bottom of the list? Well, the problem with this spirit that it's very easy to counter, cause the only thing the enemy needs to do is predict where you at, and also if you have effects from your badminton, your enemy can literally see it, making it kinda useless. I'm not saying that the spirit is useless, it's just that there is so many other spirits that has better skills than this, so it places at 9th ranking for now. Next spirit we got is Kyoki. Kyoki is a 4-level star spirit that has a alike skill to Esla. Kyoki has a skill that is named Blindfold. By its name, it kinda answers what the skill does. But if you still don't get it, the skill lets her throw a circular black shadow that blinds the enemy for 5 seconds. This skill is very useful, especially when you time it correctly, your enemy doesn't know where the shuttlecock might be. But the only reason why it is 8th place, it's because it is very easily counterable by Kurai and Jin, because they literally force the ball to go towards them even if you are blinded, and the only thing you need to do is just time your shot. This spirit would have been so underrated if it was paired with Esla, but it's only solo, so it ranks 8th place for me for now. Next spirit we got is Gazo, a 5-level type star spirit. This hero is derived from Gojo, from Jujutsu Kaisen, and has a skill called Time Control that slows down time for 3 seconds. But wait, why is this ranked 7th and Gomu is ranked 2nd?
Huh?
Even though they have similar ability, because Gazo and Gomu can both prevent the shuttlecock from hitting the ground. The main difference with them is what happens after you hit it. With Gazo, if you hit the shuttlecock as soon as you activated your ability, the ability still plays and the enemy might counterattack you. You have to time the skill correctly in order for you to surprise the enemy and potentially get a score. On the other hand, with Gomu, if you play your skill, it isn't like Gazo that if you hit it, the ability still plays. With Gomu, if you hit it, the ability cancels and it is hard for the enemy. When and where will you hit the shuttlecock? That's why I put Gazo in 8th place. But the good thing about Gazo, why I rank him in 7th place, that he's better at slowing down time as Gomu, because you can predict easily with using Gazo. So that's why I put him in 7th place. The next spirit is Elsa.
Elsa?
Nah, I'm joking. Next spirit we got is Esla. Esla is a 6-star level spirit that has a skill named Cold Snap, and has a similar skill to Kyoki. But the main difference between them is the Esla throws a circular crystal ball that slows down the enemy for at least 10 seconds, but gradually reduces the slowness of the effect enemy. You are prob wondering again, why did I put Esla higher in the list and Kyoki is lower? Well, the reason why I put Esla higher is it's very hard for the enemy to counter it, cause if the enemy somehow manages to hit it, you can just hit it to the other side and it will be almost impossible for the enemy to reach it in time. And yes, same as Kyoki, this can still be countered by Jin and Kurai. And you also have to time it correctly for the enemy to actually be hit, and the skill to work flawlessly, so it deserves 6th place for now. The next spirit is Senshu. He is 3-level star type spirit that is very overlooked by a lot of players. He is very underrated for me because he has this ability called Defensive Bomb. This skill is very underrated for being very good in solo queue, cause it's very effective if you know where to place this ability. because what this ability does, that it places a circle that lasts for like 10 seconds, and if the enemy tends to strike the shuttlecock in the area of the circle, it will deflect the shuttlecock and potentially setting it for you. This skill is very underrated, because it can only be used not just for protecting one area, but also if you can't reach an area in time where the shuttlecock is about to reach, you can just press the skill and it will do it for you. This skill has no counters in all experience. It cannot be countered no matter what spirits goes against it. But the reason why it's still 5th place cause it still be countered by the enemy if he knows how to control the shuttlecock and where it will hit, and the enemy can just wait it out and just smash easily. So it still ranks 5th place for me. The next spirit is Hinari. Hinari is a 4-level type star spirit that has an ability called Overhit. This skill literally puts fire in the shuttlecock if you hit it. But yes, you probably all wondering, isn't that counterable by setting it? Yes, it is. It can be countered by setting it. But it is very hard, because if you use your skill and the enemy already used his set, then there is no practical way of deflecting it. Not even Jin or Kurai can counter it. That's why it ranks very high for me, but the bad thing about this, it's really hard to wait for the enemy to use his set cause if he knows that you have Hinari. He will just wait for you to use that skill and just absolutely dominate you afterwards. So it can be easily counterable also. So it ranks 4th place for me. The next spirit is Jin. Jin is a 6th-level type star spirit and has a similar skill to Kurai. But the main difference between them is that Jin has this ability called Astral Set, which this skill does is that he pulls the shuttlecock towards her and sets it for you, and you will hit it to the other side to potentially get a score. But the main difference between them is that Jin is very easy to use, and it's very hard for the enemy to predict where you will hit the shuttlecock because they didn't expect you to use that ability. And also it counters a lot of spirits. Example is Kurai. She counters him because she can easily pull the shuttlecock towards her with no ease, and it literally breaks the whole purpose of Kurai's skill. But it also depends on who goes first. If Kurai goes first, it will be harder for him to counter you. But if you go first, it will be harder for you to counter. So I put this in 3rd place. Now let's go to the 2nd ranked spirit, which is Gomu. Gomu, wait. Isn't Gomu a 3-level type star spirit? Then why is it 2nd? Why is it ranked so high? Well, the thing about Gomu is that it's so reliable. It can be used for stopping the shuttlecock, it can be used to throw of enemies, and can be used to counter enemies' attacks. But what skill does he have? He has this skill called Freeze. Yes, it's like Gazo, but a little bit better. It is one of the most used spirits of today because it's very easy to use, and it's just level 3 star, so it's very easy for you get the spirit. It can almost counter any spirit, cause a lot of spirit rely on high-speed acceleration on the shuttlecock. Gomu breaks that. Gomu literally destroys the whole purpose of the other skills of the spirits. It also has the lowest counters so far, so it deserves a 2nd place for me. Now, one of the most overpowered spirits so far. This spirit almost counters every spirit because of his skill. Wherever the shuttlecock goes, he will always be there. But wait, before we reveal it, could you mind liking and subscribing? You come all the way here and not subscribing? Come on, man. I'm just a small content creator trying to make money. Gang! I don't even make any money! So it will really help. Now let's go back to the spirit, which is Kurai. Sorry guys, I know that a lot of you guys will argue that Jin or even Gomu is better than this. But hear me out, guys. Kurai has this skill called Phase Warp. Yes, by the name it already sounds sick. But what does it do? Well, it literally teleports you to the shuttlecock no matter what happens to you, even if you are frozen, blinded, the shuttlecock is set on fire, the shuttlecock is frozen, It counters it no matter what happens, it counters anything. And if you master it and time it correctly, you will dominate the court even if it's classic or ranked. It's very underrated, but always remember that it has some counters, you have to use it properly. So that's why it ranks first place. Now, I am now done, and here is the list of my hero ranking. Thank you guys for watching this all the way to the end. I appreciate anybody who watched this and PLS subscribe. It will really help a lot. Gem, peace out.